Good morning, welcome to the CBS AM debrief. I'm David Combe. It's Friday the 14th of January, just coming up to 9 AM. And market action last night saw the US indices down fractionally. There was some good news with regards to the trade deficits there, which fell unexpectedly. There was an expectation around $40 billion shortfall there, but came in at 38, and suggestions are that the weaker dollar and global demand for some of the US things like aircraft, cotton, and so on helped pull that number down. So that was pretty positive. Other reports, however, more on the negative side, and that was with regards to reports that applications for jobless insurance payments rose by 35,000 to 445,000. So that was a bit negative. Obviously, we had a pretty good run yesterday, but that was given up here as mentioned. So down about 0.2% on the Dow, 0.17 on the S&P 500, and just 0.07 on the Nasdaq. Europe, really the only down session was with the FTSE. The CAC was up 3/4, the DAX up 0.09, and Spain putting in another great result there, up 2.67%. Madrid up 0.91. Stockholm around even, and Switzerland down about 0.78. Certainly any of the fears there on the Spanish economy seem to have been largely put to bed, and that's perhaps that was sold off, or but certainly it's not stopping people from buying up there at the moment, it would appear. Okay, so to our region, Nikkei suggesting a flat open. Hang Seng up 42, and our SPY 200 down 13 at 4,722. The after yesterday's strong move on the index there, it's perhaps not surprising if we're letting off a little bit of steam as we go into the weekend here, and we'll be certainly focusing on these numbers out of the US tonight, and we'll go over and have a look at that in just a second. But before we do, let's have a look at the commodities. We're starting to see this amalgamation of the major commodity indices here, starting to sort of roll over a little bit here, perhaps. So we should start to see some of these numbers down this column here on percentage change start to turn a bit more red if that's to continue down. Crude down 76 cents to 91.10. Natural gas off quite a bit here, 3.11%. Canola down 0.63. Cocoa down 0.81. Coffee down 1.29. Corn up 1.82. Cotton, orange juice 2.98. Wheat up 1.69. Sugar up 0.12. Lumber up 0.63. Oats up 0.51, rough rice up 1.1, and moving on down to look at wool here, up 2.4. It's now trading $11.08 a kilo. Copper off 1.2%, and gold down quite a bit here, $12.60 to trade at $13.73, which is down around 9.1%. And silver again out moving gold in whatever direction it trades, it seems. Down 2.72% to $28.74. Now to our currency pairs, euros buying 1.3355 US dollars, 1.5835 pound to US dollar. US dollar is buying 82.8055 yen. The Aussie was buying 99.67 US dollars. The US dollar is buying 98.91 Canadian, and 0.9642 Swiss francs. Let's take a look at that economic calendar here. Okay, so for today, we've already had some data out of Canada. Merchandise trade, expectation was negative 2 billion. Print was actually better than expected at negative 0.1 billion. Then we have US producer price index excluding food. That print was exactly as expected. The previous was 0.3. That US trade deficit number, as I mentioned, came in at 38. Previous was 40. Expectation, so that was the previous, that was the expectation. Then we've got some Eurozone or German CPI data out earlier this evening, some UK producer price index, and then we're going to tomorrow morning when those pretty important retail sales numbers are due out, along with the CPI year-on-year for December, as well as the University of Michigan confidence numbers for January. Okay, let's have a look at the Falcon Trader. Just having a quick update here on the model portfolio for the VectorVest system. We've lost a few trades here, either that have been stopped out or we've taken profit on, but we've got a couple here that are really doing very well, that one being Medusa Mining and Anvil Mining. We've got a couple of Hong Kong stocks there, one down here pretty substantially, and Fossil out of the US is also doing pretty well here. So we started with notionally with 200,000, so up to 214, and still got our US dollar hedge here for that US exposure, and we can actually go back and see when we entered these trades. It was back in the last couple of days of October, early November. Okay, so let's have a look at a couple of trades that we're following here. One that I may have mentioned is Lend-Lease, and that now seems to be breaking out a little bit here, so we get a further move up. Then that looks pretty constructive to my eye. Quick look at the Aussie. I know we looked at this yesterday. Probably not too much has changed there. Okay, so yeah, we are now back, well and truly back above this trend line here, so it does look like that's going to hold. And not seeing anything else here that stands out. Maybe a little bit of a follow-up here on this one that I mentioned. I think it would have been on Tuesday. Ironbark Gold, as it's listed here in the system, it's actually now Ironbark Zinc. Reinvented themselves, so it does look like this trend line has held here, and it is going to move up to the upside here. So quite an interesting story there. Operating out of operation in Greenland. It's looking like one of the largest reserves of zinc in the world, and pretty high grade as well. So could be a good takeover candidate. Watch this space. Okay, well, we'll leave it there. Have a great day and a great weekend, and until we speak again, all the best. Bye for now.